You're nerds.
Improv.
Nerds.
I was 24 when I decided to take my first Second City class, and I was just literally I had been a booking agent. I say agent because I didn't file any paperwork. I was just was booking people. And
Would
taking
that get you into
percentage.
a gang if you said you were a booking agent? I'm a,
Nowadays, probably.
okay.
Because most of them are rappers and they want to be booked.
Is it true a lot of gangsters are become rappers?
No, I feel like a lot of real gangsters are in jail or dead.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people want a persona so they can sell records.
Okay.
But there's exceptions to every rule. I don't know everybody or everybody's history, but so yeah, comedy for me was after I got done booking models and some artists for things for a couple years. I knew I didn't want to manage, and I was watching TV and I saw the 50th anniversary with Steve Carell. He was playing with Tina Fey, and I was a huge Steve Carell fan.
What was it about Steve Carell that you liked?
It was the fact that he could be so ridiculous but bottled up in such a tight. He was just how Steve is in Bruce Almighty when he's that was what sold me on Steve where Bruce takes over his voice and he just has him saying crazy shit and is melting down telling the news. That was my favorite scene for a long time, and I was man, if he can do it, then I can do it. Then I realized who all went there, and I was oh yeah, now I want to take a class. Maybe I'm funny. Because that's the one constant thing that's always been around. I've always been able to joke around, and it's got me out of a lot of fights that I knew I couldn't win. I would just joke. So I was maybe that's just the thing I could do. And so I tried it.
And then you approach it like college. You take a big chunk of money, right?
Yeah, I was selling insurance at the time, an insurance job that I hated with all my heart. And so I saved up $7,000 from that. And I saw this, and I was you know what? I'm just going to go to school. I'm going to give all this money, and I'm just going to do this. And whatever I have to do, if I get to go out every night and work on this comedy thing, that's what I'm going to do. And so I just jumped in it. I've always been good at bad decisions, you know what I mean? That sounds like such a bad decision at the time. I had no idea how none of this money was coming back to me.
So you just said, look, I'm quitting the insurance job. I don't know how I'm going to make money. I'm going to take that $7,000 and I'm just going to invest it in classes.
Yep. And that's it.
So then what did you do? You went to Second City?
Went to Second City, went to IO at the same time. And I took A through E at Second City, which was super slow. And for somebody who goes from hanging out with gangsters every day to whooshing around a room, it's ridiculous. Your mom's okay?
No, she doesn't care.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Because last time I met your mom, she was thanks for the mail. And I was what?
She's just
she thinks I'm the mailman, bro.
I know, man. Okay. She's a little racist.
Yeah, a little bit. The football game was on. She was are those your brothers? What the fuck?
She gets a little, she gets a little scared.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm scared of white people too.
Really? Black people are afraid of white people?
Man, yeah. Especially when they're dressed up like police. That's it.
Man.
Or judges. Well, people. It depends on what kind of robe they wear, but it's a shorter list. I think it's a shorter list.
You know what I thought? You're the only black friend I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
I feel lucky, man. I don't need any competition because I don't do well in competition.
I know.
You know.
Yeah. Remember we had that rap competition and you're just totally choked?
Okay, listen. I didn't choke. I got choked up.
Well, what's the difference?
The difference is one is derived from emotion, the other one is derived from fear.
Well, you still didn't win.